Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Lorraine 15551. It's the Tier 8 French SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Lost Wall Hacks of the Lost Clan, alongside Lost Pac-Man, XXV of Lost in the Nomad, and an M4Y under the name Berserker, also from Lost. Game on! Well, this is going to be a very brief battle because, yes, this is an attempt by somebody on the NA server to set the fastest replay. And, yes, it wasn't intentional. I can tell you that right away. Lost War Hacks is going straight to the aim, and he's aiming for the pass right in the center. You can see the teams are distributing quite normally, but it's not going to be a normal game by any sense of the imagination. And our Skoda T-17 comes up to the center line, and all of a sudden he's being assaulted by a large number of enemy tanks. First shell going for the T-26, and he gets a critical hit when he damages the tracks of the T-26 E5 Patriot. Well, we've already lost two tanks. We lost the S-51, who rather strangely decided to go out front and try and shoot from one of the valleys or one of the corridors, and it didn't last very long for him. Oh, we can see the enemy Arty firing in as well. They've got an M12 and an M40, M43. He just scored 245 hit points off the Patriot, but he's now relocating, and thank for him, this is one of the faster Artys, 60 kilometers an hour maximum speed. He's been spotted, and he's trying to maneuver to get away from the enemy. And perhaps actually they're chasing after 5 tanks down already. So normally it's a battle where everybody tries to wipe out the other team, but on this occasion it's gone the other way round. And you can see that those tanks that actually did make it to the town are now turning around and coming back. Okay, Lost War Hacks trying to line up a shot. The enemy's turned up where he was. He's trying to get a shot on them as they move around the back of the rock. He's lining up the shot, rounds out. Yep, it was close enough to actually stun one of the enemy tanks. Unfortunately, we just lost one of our platoon mates. Lost Pac-Man XXVI, or 16, Lost Pac-Man 16 in the Nomad went down. We're reloading for another shot. 25.31 seconds is the standard. Well, it's his reload. 28.76 is the standard. Oh, and he just got a hit on the Wizzy 131. 251 hit points of damage there. Things are not looking so good. We've got the enemy tanks coming up from our left at this moment. Whilst we're in the aim, he suddenly realised he's been spotted, and now he's been hit. And the tank that kills him turns out to be a Basante C45. Yes, unfortunately, when his teammates retreated from the town, they kind of left his flank completely open, and, well, he got spotted and shot from a long distance away. And that's it, the game's over. And it's only been going for 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Here's the end of battle stats. He says this one might be a world record blowout, I'm afraid. Yes, he managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game, but that's about it. Only a bit of damage on the enemy. If we look at the team score, we can see that, yes, it was a 15-0 victory, and we can see that the most damage that Lost War Hacks managed to get was 496 hit points, but that places him 4th on his team, would you believe it, in such a short game. The highest scorer was the M54 Renegade, who got 1,309 on his team, followed by the Batchat Barask 712, and third was the Jutu with 537. The highest damage in the game was actually a T-34-2 with 2,882, the Skoda T-56 2,793, and the Bisonte, who actually killed Lost War Hacks, got 2,039 hit points of damage. You can see when it came to kills, the Skoda got 4, the Bisonte got 3, the Patriot got 2, and so did the AMX 1357. So it was a good game for the enemy team, not so good for Lost War Hacks and his platoon. It's one of those occasions when you don't really want to be part of the losing team. We look at details, we can see he only got 4 shots off in the entire game, but he got 2 direct hits, 5 splashes, 496 hit points of damage, and he received 2 hits from the enemy. The second hit was from the Bisonte. The first one wasn't. I think that was from a Nomad on the enemy team, and then he was taken out. The battle actually lasted 3 minutes 11 seconds in total duration, and he didn't make any credits out of this game because, of course, he had to pay for repair as well as ammunition, and he just got a small amount of XP just for taking part. If we look at the fastest numbers, yes, we can see them here. This is the table of the fastest victories that were 15-0 that we've actually received. And if you do have any more, please send them in. We'd love to watch these battles because we actually see and take part in some of those battles ourselves. And it's just an indication of how poor the matchmaking is when Wargaming puts one side that's so mismatched that they wipe out the other side in less than a few minutes. We can see here he actually did get 3rd place. Yes, in fact, he joint serves that position with Moose. I suppose we could actually say that that is also 3rd because, of course, they both got exactly the same time in the table. But we can see that, yes, it was the 3rd highest, and it could potentially be the fastest time on the NA server. We can't be certain because I haven't got the figures with me at the moment, but we do know the fastest 15-0 victory was 2 minutes 47 seconds for Paint, and he was in the Cruiser Mark IV on Mines. The second highest was 2 minutes 58 seconds, and that was Chickens 1003, and that was recent in an E25 on the Mines map. And here we can see this one, Lost War Hacks, 3rd place, Lorraine 15551 on Lakeville. So well done for sending it in. It is interesting. We do like to see these replays. A lot of people see, oh my gum, how did they manage to wipe out the enemy team so quickly? It is pretty spectacular, to say the least. I've been in one of these. That's my one there. I was on Himmelsdorf and an FV207. I barely got to touch the enemy because my teammates walked all over them. It was a tier 10 game and it was over before you knew it. And Moose was in the same sort of situation. He beat me by 4 seconds on that occasion. But 3 minutes 11 seconds is a very, very good time for the enemy. So if you do have any replays you'd like to share with us, we'd really like to feature them if you've got a 15-0 victory, and even if it's you on the losing team, but we'd like to see it because, of course, it shows how Wargaming are getting it wrong. If they don't produce 15-0s, then that means that they're getting the matchmaking just about right. But we do see it on a really regular basis. So, yes, it's worth watching. So, thank you very much indeed to Lost War Hacks for sending in this replay. It's always a laugh when we see it. This is not the side I expected him to be on, but there we go. It does happen sometimes. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.